and Service volunteers. It is so wonderful to see you all today. Thank you for being here for this day. Today we are going to spring open. It just felt like the right theme for our volunteers because spring is here. It's a beautiful day outside. We're getting out there more. It just felt like the right theme. So let's get started first with that theme. Anybody have any flowers that they brought today? Look what somebody brought us here. Check these out. Yellow, purple, blue. Oh, I see some. There's a beautiful blue flower. There's some yellow.
Yeah.
I see you out there with your flowers. Oh, a pink one in hair. I love it.
Yes.
Love it. Love it. A purple one on a hat. Awesome. Awesome. Hopefully you are feeling as excited about spring as we are this year because we really need it. We need to get out there. We need to connect with one another. We're so happy to see you. All right. This is what's going to happen today. We're going to do a bunch of fun things today, but I want to tell you about the end. At the end today, we are going to play some bingo. And then after the we're going to play virtual bingo here on our computers. It's going to be fun. You don't have to have any cards. We're going to do the cards all electronically. It's going to be fun. We'll deal with it when we get there, but it'll be great. And then after that, we're going to spin the raffle wheel of everybody who's here to win a prize. So make sure to stick around to the end so you have a chance to win the prize. Okay, let's get going. First things, let's do our little housekeeping on how we're handling our meeting here with so many people. I see right now 83 people in the meeting. That's wonderful. I expect a few more will come in, and that's wonderful. We're so happy to see you. Let me give you one little teaser too about something we're going to do later. We're going to do a thing called breakout rooms, where you get to go into a room with a couple of other volunteers, just a few, and have a little conversation, little connection, and then come back to the big group. So you're going to get to participate, you'll get to talk, and you'll probably get to meet somebody brand new because these rooms are going to be just other seniors in service volunteers. So that's coming up later. All right. Okay. So do's and don'ts here on our meeting. So make sure that you mute yourself unless you're speaking. So everybody look down, you should see a little red icon with a through your mic. That's how you mute. Okay. And then if you have any questions, if you see down at the bottom menu there's a chat button. You can open the chat. And I know many of you have gotten your training on your tablets this year and you're like, oh yeah, I know where the chat is. Go down to the chat, open that up, and then type your question in the chat. We have someone monitoring the chat. We will answer any questions. We're going to have a speaker in a little bit. And if you have any questions for her, that's how we want you to tell us you have questions. Okay, so let's just have fun. Let's just keep those couple of rules and let's get this going. In case you didn't know, I didn't really officially introduce myself at the beginning. I'm Robin Ingalls. I'm the CEO here in Seniors in Service. I am so grateful to have such an amazing team here. All your coordinators, all of the people that you know that you talk to regularly are what makes this whole thing happen. So thank you to the staff and thank you to all of you volunteers. Here we go. First things first, the staff would like to say thank you to all of you. Okay, everyone, let's do the next thing. Let's make sure that we're all ready for a meeting here. So let's get our wiggles out. So everybody give us a nice wiggle to get all those wiggles out. So you're ready to watch this meeting, ready to watch it. Everybody's shaking. I see some people doing it. Don't let me do this alone. get some wiggles out, and then we'll settle down and we'll mute everybody and we'll get this thing going. All right, wiggles. Still good. Okay. All right. First thing, I would love to share with you, our volunteers, some of the impacts that we've made in the last year. Of course, you know, everything was just sort of derailed this past year. I don't have to tell you, but I want you to hear kind of some of the things that we've been able to do this year, even with all of the adversity. Some of the things that you have been able to pull off are truly amazing. Do you know how many volunteers we have engaged this year? 946 volunteers, 946 people like you who have raised their hand and say, I want to figure out how to help. I want to be part of helping while we're all going through this. 946, it's huge. And then specifically the telepals, where people are calling and doing telephone reassurance, we had over 380 matches of people willing to do that, wanting to connect with one another while they were isolated. The foster grandparents volunteers mentored over 400 students, most of which were virtual. And you know, all of you grandparents who learned the tablets, got technology, had your training from frameworks about social emotional, it's been just breathtaking to watch you all work with these kids and be willing to do whatever you need to help them. It's really been amazing. So, and the senior companions, while they couldn't visit in person, they kept calling, they kept touching their clients, they kept making sure that somebody knew that they were cared for, that they mattered out there, that they were not alone. Beautiful. Our Operation Veteran Connect that supports veterans, we had members and volunteers serve over 17,000 hours this year towards supporting veterans. In food support, as you all know, lots of food support was necessary this year. People were really, really in crisis. And so over 16,000 hours were served in food support by volunteers. And our Health Buddies, one of our newer programs that just was piloted, started the pilot last year, 69 clients were helped by Health Buddies this year. So that is awesome. This is just a snapshot of the things that we've accomplished, and we're so grateful, so humbled, and so proud of all of you. Thank you, volunteers. And now we'd like to bring you something that could help you and could help you in your community and the people that you reach out to. I'd like to introduce you to Katrina Osborne with the Resource Empowerment Center. She is an incredible go-to for a variety of resources, from SNAP to assistance with employment applications. She has a senior activity center, and today she's going to tell us about some of the resources that she can help connect us to. If you have any questions for her, and I hope you do, please go down and click that chat button and get on the chat and tell us your questions, and we'll address them at the end. So here we go. Welcome, Katrina.
Thank you. Hi, oh, this is so wonderful. It's so good to see everybody. You guys are so beautiful. Thank you so much. My name is Katrina Osborne, and thank you, Robin, so much, and to Seniors in Service for the great introduction and the great energy this morning. I do bring you greetings from the Resource Empowerment Center that was birthed through Perlina's Adult Activity Center. Let me tell you a little bit about what we do. So Perlina is my grandmother who was a servant. And so thankfully, I was blessed to take on some of those characteristics. And through Perlina's, we assist people with long-term care services. We have a center in which you can come to where you can do different activities, anything from Tai Chi to exercise, faith-based teaching. We encourage each other, we eat. And so it's just a place of refuge to come and just kind of hang out. But through that, we realized people needed services. And so long-term care is a state-funded program that allows you to be able to get home-based services to prevent you from going to an assisted living or nursing home, right? So anything from companion services, personal care, home-delivered meals, incontinence pads, wipes, Life Alert, and then our center is included. And all of that is actually free services. In addition, if you have a caregiver or know somebody with a caregiver, they can actually be paid through Medicaid in order to get services. So we are very excited. And through that, we realize there's so much that people need. And the Resource Empowerment Center was birthed. At the Resource Empowerment Center, our goal is to connect, empower, transform minds, and connect people to community resources with resource advocates. And we'll talk a little bit more towards the end about the resource advocate opportunity. So some of the services that we provide are anything from housing, helping people get deposit assistance, home ownership, closing cost assistance, doing applications for SNAP, Medicare, Medicaid services, really any type of service that you may need or know that somebody may need. We even have advocates that could help move you. We have individuals that could come in and help clean your home. Let me tell you a couple stories, right? So today, actually, when we leave here, we have a bunch of resource advocates that are getting together to go over to a seasoned adult's home to assist her in shifting some items around her home so that they can actually the property management can actually get to doing some repairs. She's actually in a wheelchair. She's had a couple of surgeries, and so she's unable to do it. So we're gonna go in as a team and help clean up, shift some things. And what I have found is a lot of people need help, right? But they don't know who to call. Or you may call, but you don't know exactly how that process works. So what our goal is to help navigate, maneuver people to direct them to get the services. So we're an information and referral service. And so with that said, I want to also share another story that's really close to my heart. There was a seasoned adult that was actually found in the local Hillsborough County area. And she had a pallet on the ground, and we didn't know how long she had been staying there. Received a call from another agency, and the agency called me and said, "Can you help with housing?" I was like, "Sure, let me go on over and check out and see what's going on." Had no idea that this young lady had been missing from her family for 2 years. And this is a recent situation, just last month. We were able to, with partnerships with Seniors in Service, reaching out to some other community partners, we were able to reunite her with her family. How exciting, right? What a blessing. They hadn't seen her in 2 years, had no idea where she was. They were able to assist her with putting her into a hotel where she currently is. And we, being the Resource Empowerment Center, are connecting and using this team effort to be able to help get her home-based services and/or assisted living facility housing. And so those are just a few things that I'd like to share that we actually do at the Resource Empowerment Center. I just want to tell you all, you are precious to me. And let me tell you why. You giving of your time so sacrificially and just loving people enough to volunteer through Seniors in Service, it says a lot about your character. You are somebody, you have greatness. You guys are doing great things in the community, and just having an opportunity to connect and partner with Seniors in Service, it's an honor. It really is. You guys have great leadership. I could name them, but I would be going on and on and on. And then I wouldn't want to forget anybody. But I just wanted to tell you guys how precious you are to me and how excited we are about the opportunity with connecting more and doing some future community work with Seniors in Service. So at this point, I guess we'll ask, are there any questions that anybody might have? We're located at 9309 North Florida Avenue. We're at Suite 101. You'll see the big hearts. And let me actually put a flyer here. You'll see the heart, the logo here on the door. We're in between Career Source and Department and Children and Family, right dead in the center, in the heart of the Floraland Mall. And a lot of people tell us that's what leads them there is the heart that they see on the door. So that's where we're located. Our number is 813-559-9545. And I believe that it's being placed in the chat as well. So please feel free to reach out to us. If you all need something and it's like a dire emergency, which I know we all would say it's an emergency, but I mean something that can't wait, I can be contacted, and I would just recommend that you reach out to Seniors in Service, and then they can get you the contact information. What questions do you have, anybody? I see Ms. Fuller trying to talk there, but I think she's muted.
Do you have resources in Polk County?
Very good question. So we are countywide. We are in Pinellas, Pasco, and Hillsborough County, and we are open to other counties. These services that I'm speaking of are provided in other counties as well. We'll just help individuals lead and guide them through that process and who their contact individuals are.
That's a fantastic question. Allow me to have that real quick. Brenda Gonzalez, you can-
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Just lovely. Am I in the right place for the meeting?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
You right on time.
All right. Okay.
Okay, good, all right. Katrina, can you
Yes.
tell us if someone is wondering, if a volunteer is wondering about.
This
being
is
a-
where
a
I'm
res-
supposed to be.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I think that was the only question, if you guys. Okay, awesome. Okay, can you tell us if someone's thinking, what would it be like to be a resource advocate? What's that volunteering look like? Can you paint
Wonderful.
a picture for us?
Sure. So being a resource advocate is really about community. It is literally meeting the needs of individuals in the community in every capacity. It may be going out to do some outreach. It may be going to someone's home. It may be getting on the phone and making some phone calls. A lot of what we do has been determined based on the needs of the community. When we began Perlina's and people started coming in that door, and we realized that we had people of all walks of life. And with the Resource Empowerment Center, anyone is eligible for resources. We all need them, right? Especially at a time like this, it's tough. And so we have to bind together. So a resource advocate is really someone who is there to encourage, be a mouthpiece for someone, help them understand things a little bit better. It may be reading some paperwork to give some clarity. It may be putting some food boxes together. It may be doing some technical type work, or it may just be using the very gift that you have. Our participants at our center, they use the gifts they have. We have somebody who crochets. Come on in and bring your needles and your crocheting. If you are a speaker, or maybe you have a story, we all do. Maybe you've been a victim of some type of abuse, or maybe there's something that is just close to your heart and you've got passion about. Maybe you love to garden. Maybe you love arts and crafts. So a resource advocate is really someone that is passionate about something or many things, and you're bringing those skill sets to the table for the community to be able to use.
I have a couple questions on the chat.
Morning.
Sure. Good morning.
Good morning. I have a friend that's recently been diagnosed with a cancer and will soon need a caregiver. If I want to be that caregiver, but I have to switch over to another program because I'm with Readers Emotions. How would that work?
Very good question. So I do have a lot of individuals in that situation, and I would need to know probably a little more. I believe you mentioned an organization, but there should not be any conflict. We can actually talk offline, and we would be able to find out if she has long-term care, if she does, who's the company, and then I would be able to advocate for you to get you assigned as her caregiver.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And then I also wanted to share with the resource advocates, you have a great opportunity, and many of you guys are already advocates. I'm sure you are. What the goal is for you to also learn more about the resources that are out there, right? So you could even personally, and as the young lady just spoke, has a friend who has encountered a situation. But the great thing about resources, we all win. That's the great thing about it. We've encountered situations where we have found many people that have had needs for in-home care. And we have built teams of individuals that have, we've been able to pull together so that a person with an ailment such as what you just spoke of could have 40 hours of care. And isn't it a blessing to know that you can have that peace of mind that that loved one is taken care of? And so that's what really the goal for us to be able to do is.
I see here we have a person that had her hand raised for a while. She wants to unmute herself so we can answer her question.
Great questions too.
It also says that if there's an age limit, their services income-based, and do you help find a housing for seniors?
We do. Actually, that's our specialty because that's the population we started with. Yes, to all of those. Yes, yes, and yes. So again, we could certainly talk offline, and I guess I am free to give out the number. You guys we're all volunteers, right? So let me give you my cell phone number. I'll give you some time to get some pen and paper. It's 813-270-1388. Now that's for you only. 813-270-1388. And I must say, I wanted to share this as well, you all. The resource advocates that we currently have that are 55 plus, they're also seniors and service volunteers. You better believe it. When you come through Perlina's and or the Resource Empowerment Center, we create an environment in which we share the resources in a way that people have an expectation that if you're a part of the resource center, then you're a part of everybody else that falls under the resource center. And seniors and service is one of our strongest partners. And so with that said, this won't be anything different than we're already doing. You'll just be joining right into the Big Happy family. So we definitely look forward to giving you more information about becoming an advocate.
Is there bilingual staff?
Very good question. We do have a couple of bilingual staff and looking for more because we do know that we need to service a diverse population. So yes, we do. But we would love to have more.
I have a question.
Yes.
Yes, I've been waiting 2 years, sign up with the county. I'm a heart patient and I need someone to help me with my little cleaning in my apartment. And I've just been on a waiting list. It's like, it's not important to anybody. They said they have to wait for funding or something like that. And I'm still waiting.
Yes, ma'am. Ms. Donna, please reach out to me. You are important, by the way. And I'll make sure that you realize how important you are. There is a process. You're with Hillsborough County, but there's something more that we're going to need to do to get you a faster service. 2 years to me is unacceptable. And I don't, and I get very passionate when it comes to stuff like that. So definitely reach out to me and we'll definitely make sure that we work on getting you services as soon as
Thank you.
possible.
I appreciate it, sister. Thank you.
You're welcome. God bless you.
All right, if we can kind of share the frame here. Okay, sorry about that. Katrina, thank you so much for being here. It is such an honor to have our organizations work together, helping people to be able to just increase our reach to people who need help. It's such an honor. So we'd like to present you with these flowers because that's our theme today, just spring open. We love you so much.
Beautiful.
So you'll be seeing more of Miss Katrina in the future for sure. And we're going to do more to help resource the community and to reach more people. And we're all super passionate about that. How do more people get helped? How do more people know that they're not alone? They're not uncared for. They matter. So we're really focused in expanding that. And it's such an honor to have Katrina here. All right. So all of the volunteering that you're doing is really impactful out there in the community. And we want to share a little bit of it. We want to raise everybody's hearts today with the good stuff that's going on out there. So let's hear from some of our volunteers. Here's Raquel Perez. She's a foster grandparent volunteer who's learned new skills to continue doing what she loves, tutoring and helping children. Let's hear from Grandma Raquel herself.
My name is Raquel Perez, and I'm the foster grandparent volunteer. Right now, I'm tutoring a first grader using Zoom and FaceTime. Some days have been hard due to phone problems, but most of the time it's been good. I love the fact I can see my students, and even though I thought I was not going to be able to have a good rapport, it's not so. A few days ago, my student made me a heart with her hands and say, "Can I ask you something?" I said, "Yes." And she said, "I love you." And so does my doggy. My doggy loves you too. I love the child as if I was there, and I'm so glad I decided to do this. It's the best thing when you cannot go to the classroom. I'm really enjoying it.
So inspirational.
What a beautiful
Miss
testimony.
Miss Raquel, just finding a way through and a way to be with those kids and meet them where they are. It's so lovely. Thank you. Thank
That
you.
is wonderful. That is
Speaking of
wonderful.
loving words, Miss Nareda has a few for her senior companion volunteer as well. Let's take a look at those.
Creo que no hemos creado una confianza tan grande que conversamos mucho, cosas que quizás no hablemos con otra persona. Mi nieta puso una foto en el Facebook y yo la vi que estábamos todos con mi esposo, su bebé, su mamá, o sea, mi hija, mi yerno, y después puso otra donde el bebé, él le gustaba mucho jugar con él, porque él tenía una traqueotomía y usaba el micrófono que se lo ponía en la garganta para hablar. Entonces, tú sabes que los niños son muy curiosos. El niño le pedía el micrófono y se lo ponía a él para que siguiera hablando. Y entonces nosotros nos reíamos, nos sentíamos tan bien. Y entonces al yo verla me recordó días felices, que estábamos tan felices, y me recordó todo aquellos momentos y me entró un llanto, entonces yo no quise llamar a mi hija. ¿De quién vino a mi mente? Santa González. Y la llamé, pero ya gracias a Dios lo había logrado reponerme un poquito, todavía ella me notó que me sentía y entonces habló mucho conmigo y yo le dije, no, ya me siento mejor y que no lloro yo ahorita, y al rato vino, seguimos conversando y bueno, me sentí muy.
Beautiful, beautiful. Caring about people is a full-time job, and our volunteers are such an inspiration for how they take care of one another. Oh, speaking of taking care of one another, we'd like to share a story with Keith and Aaron, who are Operation Veteran Connect members. Remember, that's our program that supports veterans. It helps them find resources and connects them with additional benefits that they get from the VA. So let's hear that story now.
have a place where we can come to and talk and feel free to speak our minds. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about it.
A lot of times it's just about nothing. And, but we enjoy being with each other, talking with each other, doing things about each other. And there's really nothing that we won't share with each other. And that's the important thing. I mean, if something is really troubling him, he's got a place where he can come and talk and it doesn't go any further. And the same for me. If I've got something that's troubling me, I can talk, you know, and share, and it doesn't go any further. And today I got really pissed off because I missed my flight at 6:20 this morning to go to Chicago because I thought it was on Monday after my tournament, and I changed the date to the wrong date because I couldn't see well enough to see that it was a 6 and not an 8. So anyway, I rebooked it, but you know, it's something that years ago I might have drank over. And today, hey, I talked to Aaron, I laughed a few minutes about it, go on and book another flight and keep on going.
There you go. That's the spirit, man.
So that's kind of how our days and conversations go.
So lovely, so impactful, so real stories about real people. So what about you, volunteers? Do you have any real stories out there? Anything funny happened in your service with your volunteering? How about you hold up your hand? The breakout rooms that we were going to do is not working, so we're just going to share our stories here together. Does anyone have a funny volunteering story that they'd like to share? Hold up your hand and we'll get you unmuted and you can share with everyone. Who's got a good one? Cora? Okay. Okay, Cora, can you talk?
Yes, I miss you. I lost it. I don't know what happened. Anyway, I have a telepath, and we've been talking for a year. Do you hear me?
I can hear you now. Try again.
Okay. I have a telepath, and we've been talking for a year, and her name is Angie, and she told me I could mention her name. But anyway, we talk every day, every single day. And I told her I wanted to put the face with the voice. I want to see her face. And she said the same thing about me. So on the 5th, we met at the shrimp store on 4th Street. And she gave me this plant. And I told her I was a plant lover because I have orchids. My yard is, I wish I could show you pictures on my phone that the plants that I've grown myself out there. But she gave me this in this beautiful little pot thing here, this thing. And I told her this morning I was gonna present it to you for our plant day because we was doing the opening up spring. So I told her I was gonna show you my plant. And I got to meet my telepath and we love each other. She got a home in Sun City Center, but her husband liked cold weather, so they got a home in Michigan. So in a couple of weeks, they going back to Michigan. But I just love her. And when y'all done the best thing y'all could have ever did was the telepath. The telepath to me, it brings tears because she brought me through some dark spots because the COVID did me. It did my lungs. It got me where it just did me. So the telepath lady, Angie, brought me through some stuff. Not family, not acquaintance, Angie did. Because she talked to me every single day to lift me up. So thank you guys for the telepath program. I love Angie, I love you guys, but I love her. And I love my kids that I talk to every Thursday. I have 4 kids that I have in the after school program. And I love those kids too.
Cora,
That's
that
my
is
story.
so
Thank
beautiful.
You, thank you.
Thank you, Cora. That's a beautiful story. connection, loving connection, getting through the hard times.
Yes,
Beautiful.
yes.
Let's see, how about Miss Annie Wilson? Can you unmute yourself and share a story with us? Oh, wait, you're still muted. You're still muted. Try it again. Still muted.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, good.
Okay, I would like to say good morning to each and every one of you all. I'm so delighted to still be a part of the foster grandparent program. I was transferred from Hillsborough County. I'm now in Valdosta, Georgia. And when I left, I was so mixed up because I didn't think I was going to be able to continue to serve. Serving with the foster grandparent program has been my life. I have enjoyed every moment of it. I have been with Seniors in Service for about almost 11 years now. And I devoted my time and energy to this program only because of my love for children. So when I was transferred and I had to be here in Valdosta, I thought I was going to lose my position. God is so wonderful because you know what? I'm still with you all. And virtually, I have been able to share this moment of still being a foster grandparent in the Seniors in Service program. And I'm very delighted and I'm very thankful. And I appreciate Miss Marissa to the highest of the highest heights. I do appreciate her. She has been so supportive to me, and I thank you all. I thank the program. I thank foster grandparents. I thank the Seniors in Service program very much. You all, I love you. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Annie Wilson. Oh, so sweet. Anyone else? Anyone else? Hold up your hand. Cassandra Fuller, where are you here? Can you unmute yourself? I'm looking for you. Okay.
Did I do it?
Yes.
Okay. Hi. Is everybody doing? This is Cassandra Fuller, and I started with the program about 5 years ago. And after I left the job that I was doing at USF as a student service coordinator, I decided, well, I'm still lonesome. I don't have I don't have a husband. I don't have a boyfriend. I had a chihuahua, she just died, and I don't have any kids. So what prompted me to get with Seniors in Service foster grandparent, I said, well, I want to give back. I don't have any kids, but I can at least play the grandma role and help some of these kids out. And when I started in the classroom, they would look at me because I got a little frown in front of my face. My mom had it, so I got it. And they didn't want to come to me. So I watched them for a couple of days, and they watched me. And all of a sudden, I couldn't turn for them. Grandma, you so pretty. Grandma, you so nice. Grandma, help me with this. And my heart just flew open. I go to the store, and they leave their moms or who they're with. That's grandma. That's grandma. And my heart just bubbles over. In the year 2000, I became foster grandparent of the year. That really, really lifted my heart. And I would be in the program if they allow me until the day I die. Thank you.
We're so lucky to have you, Miss Cassandra. Thank you. Thank you for your service and just recognizing that those little kids, oh, it just warms your heart. Oh, okay. Who else would like to speak? Can you raise your hand and unmute yourself? I'll find you. Herminia, yeah, we have a Spanish speaker here if we need to translate.
Doña Herminia
Si quiere compartir su experiencia con nosotros, quítese del mute. I'm translating for Ms. Herminia and I'm letting her know to unmute herself. I will be translating her story. Doña Herminia, si quiere compartir su historia, se puede quitar de mute y así la podemos, vamos a tratar de quitarla. Ve ahí le salió el botoncito que dice on mute. Si me entiendes, ahí está. La voy a ayudar a traducir.
Ya. Muy buenos días para todos. Muchas gracias por la invitación. Y estoy en este momento participando, comentándoles mi historia como voluntaria en el programa de CEPAL, cuando la señora Glorisol estaba bajo su organización. Entonces me presentaron un paciente para que hiciera el favor de llamarlo, porque pues no era muy tolerable. Por un buen tiempo estuve llamándolo y dándole pues mi apoyo verbal por teléfono, muy formalmente. Lamentablemente pues el señor un día me pidió que estaba muy cansado y que ya no quería que lo volvieran a llamar. Entonces ahí terminó mi servicio. He querido llamarlo, pero no me siento capaz para no ir a su intimidad y será violar, pues con mi llamada. He estado esperando para poder volver a comenzar a trabajar como voluntaria en Telepal y confío, pues, ¿no? Para poder que me llamen, para presentarme otra persona o otras personas, pero que hablan español, porque yo no hablo inglés absolutamente, unas pocas palabras solamente.
Bueno, voy a traducir entonces eso que dijo y para más o menos que entiendan todos los asistentes. Ms. Herminia started with us when Glarisol was the RSVP coordinator and she allowed her to participate, and she started providing phone reassurance to a gentleman, and she was very excited to do so. However, he became not, he didn't want to receive any more calls, but she said that does not discourage her to keep participating. And right now, although she cannot, she wants to provide phone reassurance through Spanish. She's gonna wait to have a Spanish telepal so she can keep participating with us as a volunteer as she enjoys the program. ¿Qué más le gustaría añadir, doña Herminia?
¿Cómo?
¿Le gustaría añadir algo más, doña Herminia?
No, solamente que espero pues que me vuelvan a utilizar. Me siento muy bien emocionalmente haciendo este pequeño trabajo y me gustaría poder participar y dar de mí lo que yo pueda para con las personas que necesitan un aliento personal.
Gracias. She said that, well, all she wants to add is that she's very, she loves to give herself in here and she's just waiting to be matched again because she's giving herself in here and waiting to be matched. Gracias.
Can you tell her, can you share with her, thank her, and we're so happy that she comes and brings all of herself here to do this service with us.
Queremos agradecerles por usted venir y darse por completos y por todo el servicio que usted nos ha dado. Muchísimas gracias.
Muy amable. Muchas gracias. Gracias. Por su atención. Gracias.
So lovely. So lovely. Thank you. Thank you. Anyone else want to share about their service? What it means to them? Maybe something funny that's happened. Anybody? Anybody? Hold up your hand big and I will try to find you. Okay, Catherine Stevens? Can you unmute yourself?
There you go.
We
Good
hear you.
morning, everyone. I haven't been long with the program because the first year I was in with the grandparents, part of it, COVID hit, so I was there only 7 months. But I have been involved with the telepals. I have been involved with the lunch pals, And last week, Saturday, we took a tour of the school, the brand new Melrose Elementary School. And I brought in some presents and a book for one of the little girls that I do Lunch Pal with, because I'm so in love with her. You know, she's such a bright little child and she's got so much to give, you know, and with my telepal, what a joy she is. You know, we talk and we can talk for over an hour. So, you know, by the time you leave, your ears are burning, but there's always so much to say on her part. But I do enjoy this. I look forward to many more years. I just love, you know, they say when you get up in the morning and you love going to work, it's not work. But it is like, to me, you ever heard of the expression, it takes a village? Well, this organization is the village. We are the village. We're out there. And I'm listening to all these stories, and these ladies, you have such heartwarming, wonderful stories. You bring so much to the table, your love, your compassion, your experience, your time. God bless you. We will always need you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Catherine. That was amazing. Let's see. I see Renee Dudley. I see your hand up. Can you unmute yourself?
Good morning, everyone.
Yes. Hi.
It's just been so exciting to be part of this organization, for being among the seniors, those who have aged in wisdom and was raised with the idea of helping each other and hard work, as well as getting the younger generation to come over to our side and see there's a lot to do and a lot to love with just being among people and being positive. We have so many young people playing these, my grands included, these games where they hurt each other and they kill each other. And even though it's just a game, in the mind, it's like a non-reality check. Because in reality, you don't do point things at people or hurt people. You know, like in blood, you know, these games, they have the blood that come from them. You know, I don't like that. But the communication from older to younger and vice versa, because we may give them some enrichment in life, but they also give us enrichment. And we have to show them there's more than one way to go in this life to conquer their dreams. And it's just a joy of being among the other grandparents is really great. That's enriched me so much. And I'm so glad that you came up with this communication while we were out, you know, not among the kids, because I'm going like, what am I gonna do? Because you can only stay home and clean up and cook so much, especially when it's only you. That's why a lot of older people get tired of cooking, and I'll throw a sandwich together. But in general, I just want to say thank you to everyone for being there. But that song said, thank you for being my friend. Okay, that's all I had to say, because I'm sure everybody feels the same as I do.
It's beautiful, beautiful, Renee. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that. And I think you're exactly right that all of you, all of the love that you bring to the world every day does nothing less than fight evil in the world every day. Bring in the love, bring in the caring, bring in the connection. It's really, really important. Anyone else like to share something? We probably have time for one more. Oh, I see a hand. Who was that? Betty? Yeah, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, I have a little story. At the school I was at before the pandemic and everything, this one little girl, she came to me after I had been there. School was in for about maybe 3 or 4 months, and she said, Grandma Betty, I love you. Will you be my real grandma? And I said, sure. You don't have a real grandma? She said, no, my real grandma, she died. I said, oh, well, I'll be your real grandma. So years, the year went on, and it was time for school to be out. So kindergarten, we had our class, our
celebration in the classroom. So all these ladies came in and parents and grandparents and everything came in. And this one lady came in, my next door neighbor. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know you had a grandbaby go to the school. She said, yeah. And I say, well, show me your grandbaby. And she showed me a little girl that said, I don't have a grandma because my grandma passed. Would you be my grandma? Not only did she have a grandma, she had a grandma, a great grandma, and a great great grandma, and all three of them came into class. And I said, I thought you didn't have a grandma. She said, well, I wanted another one. So that was funny to me.
I love it. She was trying to upgrade her grandma.
I went to her grandma. I said, you know I'm your baby grandma, right? She said, yeah, in school. I said, no, I'm her grandma.
That's beautiful. I love it. Love it. All right, maybe one more. Anybody out there got one more?
So Floristine Daniels hands up.
Okay, can you unmute yourself? I'm trying to find you.
Okay. Hi. Hi, everybody. I've only been with Seniors in Service, I think this is my 3rd year, but it has been a blessing. I started with the kindergarten, and I've been in 2 schools, Fairmont Park and Bear Creek. And at Fairmont Park, I was really new, so I kind of didn't know what I was doing. But the kids, you know, they love you because they know that you care for them. And they just kind of round me. And like the lady just said before, we'd be out on the playground and a little boy just playing and he run over. He said, would you be my grandma? And I said, do you have one? He said, yeah, but I want you to be my grandma too. And so, you know, it's just been wonderful. I came in for one reason. I said, well, I need a few dollars. So I go. But as I got here, I saw that they helped me and I helped them. And it got to be just a whole different ball game. And I'm just so thankful. And at Bear Creek, my teacher and the students, they say, oh, you the best grandmama. And I guess they all tell us that because we love them and they can see the realness in our hearts. And this summer, I haven't had to work, hadn't had much to do, but I did get into a literacy learning class. So that's been good. I only did this for a few months, so we've ended it. But it was nice just working with kids that want to try to read, but hadn't got there, but glad to have someone to tell them that they can do it. So it's just been a journey, and I hope, like the lady said, that it'll go on for a long time. It's been a pleasure.
Beautiful. Thank you, Floristine. That's just wonderful, wonderful. Thank you